Alright. Welcome back. VOD-related humans over on YouTube or wherever this may be in the future. For archival purposes. We are streaming at 1080p, 60 frames a second. It is currently a 6000 bitrate according to OBS. And it is 12:38 AM on Wednesday the 23rd of August, 2023. And we are continuing our adventures in Remnant 2. Now we got the key. We just got Leto's armor. We had a chat with the architect. What's his name? I already don't remember his name. The dude that's like, I am the Alpha and the Omega. You know him. Anyway, we did that. We got Leto's armor. We got the Tommy gun. We did some cool shit. Now, we're going to go through the gate that's over there because I want to see what's in that one. And there could be treasure. Now, this VOD may be shorter than the others. I don't really know myself yet. Considering the last one was about 3 hours. Unless I cut it down, which I probably won't. At least until the edit's all ready to be edited. I got a big fella coming up over here as well. Put it right there.
Shit.
Get down. Get out of the sky. There he goes. Okay. With this gate, I don't know where this goes. I'm very curious. Biome portal key, where you take me? Because the other one took us to Earth, right? Which is interesting. This one is taking us to... Oh! Interesting. So this is the gate on Narude where we went before. Well, we don't want to do that again. No, Narude. You're all good. Actually. Oh no, we took the thing to old mate and he gave us the thing and he's like, yeah, good. I'll do my calculations. Thanks. See you later. And then I left. So I guess he's just going to fly this thing into the black hole. Eventually this gate is a bad thing to leave open.
Oh, great.
It'll be very vacuumy. You are not supposed to be on the ground. Ow. That hurts a lot. I am dead. If I respawn and he's right there, it's a bit fucky. He's right there. He's in the sky though. He doesn't even know. He doesn't even know what's going on. Run! Run to the crystal! Ow! Oh, he's already here. Alright. Get him, turret. Ow! Ow! Must you pelt rocks at me? Oh, thank you. That's very rude. Ow! That hurts. Look, I don't have to fight you. I could have drunk my juice and I'd be sweet. You did this to yourself. I'm not in combat. Oh. You alright, bud? You okay? No? Look, I'd love to leave you be, but the crystal says you have to die. Okay. They're there. Oh. He's standing sideways. You okay? I push you? Push you this way? Slide. Slide this way. There you go. Oh, no, don't kick me. I'm trying to help you. I want to set you free. No, no. Wait, look. You are not in good shape. You're not okay. So, how about I stand here? If you rush me, I'll dive roll out of the way and you can fall off the edge. No, because I'm up above you now, aren't I? So that's very difficult for you. I'll just do that. There you go. I'm sorry, buddy. You were possessed by demons.
Glad that's over.
I do apologize, but it is all your fault. But now we can go here, and then there are the gates next to us. Yeah? Be a handful of them? Yeah, right here. We just go up and then straight in, and then there'll be ones to the left. Now, what's to say, because there's 3 DLC, the other ones are just going to be gates that'll be here. And if they're... I don't know if they're going to be implemented as part of, like... Oh yeah, they're their own standalone adventures and storylines and stuff, but... big. Don't like... Too big. Oh, hey, little fellas. No, too big. Don't like. Oh, too big. Slow the fuck down. Holy shit. What is this problem turret? Oh, never mind. Alright, see you later. There we go. Just hang out just there. Just wait right there. No, 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 no. No, no, just up there. No. You dick. I gave you one instruction and you refused. You broke my leg.
That's it?
That's not what the subtitle said. The subtitle said, well, that's over. Not, that's it. But yes, anyway, DLC. So there's gates. And if the DLC is implemented, maybe they'll just light up a couple more of these gates. Hmm? That could be cool. Now, one of these goes to good old Yasha. The other one goes to Bloodborne Town. And I don't know which one's which. But I'm going to have a peek in. It's Yasha. Okay. It is also the Doe and the Ravager. So, because that was the last thing I did before I started this character, for my own sanity, and yours, if you have watched the False Origins, for your own sanity and mine, my sanity and yours, I don't know which way I said it the first time, but anyway, I will... Oh, the big boy will be back. Run! Run away from him! Use the gate! Use it! Can he hurt me while I'm in the animation? Nope. Suck bomb. We'll go to Bloodborne Town. Because it's something different. You know? And I like Bloodborne Town. I like the aesthetic. It is aesthetically pleasing. This isn't Bloodborne Town. Oh yes it is. This is the Bloodborne Town that I haven't done. Okay, interesting. So Bloodborne Town, as it is affectionately named, isn't just Bloodborne Town. Bloodborne Town is invaded by the Fae. So the Fae are going through their own shit, and they have basically invaded, magically, the realm. It's very pretty. It is a lovely location. Cease? No, you cease. You cease, Snorf. You are a cease. Blossom, that's the one. Blossom. Blossom. Cease? No,
A
you. You
whole
cease.
other world. How many of these are there?
Lots.
Find these segments, huh? While Clementine and that talking ball of light hang out and meditate. Sure, sounds fair.
Yeah, she's a wizard. She should be coming with me. Cease. Oh, and also desist? I see. I see. Right away, sir. How are you, Snorf? Welcome, welcome. What is this? He's missing a face. You do anything? What do you do? He's missing a face too.
Looks like it's missing a piece.
Thanks, champ. Tired? I can tell. There's two halves of people. Treasure? Nope. But I have fought some of the Fae. They don't fuck around. The Fae do not fuck around. They are big old jerks. Love their statues though. Like the design of this place is very, very fancy and very nice. Even though it is a bit run down, but they must be magic candles because they're all, well, I was about to say they're all stand lit. They're not all stand lit, just most of them. It's hot. Get a fan or some ice cubes or a picture of some snow. Look, fairies. Don't dodge, duck, dive, dip, and dodge. Oh, what did that sound behind me? Cease? Why we cease? You're right, I need to cease. I need to cease to sleep. Alright, Albatross. Get some rest. And I will talk to you again, I'm sure. What happened there? Oh. Ah! Turn the light off. I broke it. Run away. Fairy castle, fairy castle. Yeah, I have the right abilities and the right things. Checkpoint. Okay. Love a good checkpoint. Door. Oh, alright. That's our typical cannot get through this door. These guys, they remind me of the Dark Souls 2 bosses. The lanky motherfuckers. I don't remember if they have like staves or not. Oh, I guess they're kind of like spears, I suppose. I don't remember what weapon they've got, but they're lanky and they spin around and there's 3 of them and they're in like the asylum or whatever. The prison, whatever it is. Ooh, they were rough. They were rough. Oh. Hello? Oh, I see you over there. Ooh, there's one.
All right, let's
Bang.
do this.
Oh shit! Didn't even see him. Getting shot at. Nope. No, thank you. Berries. Oh, I'm on fire. That's not good. They're like angels, Mr. Bubbles. There's a reference for you if you've ever known about it. Angels, Mr. Bubbles. I feel overdressed. I feel sci-fi dressed. For a place that isn't sci-fi anymore. Hello, worlds. Welcome, welcome. I think Albatross is still floating around. I don't think she's in bed yet, but she was just wrapping up to crash. But she's not far away. I don't really have anything that is It is good. Let's do this one. How are you today, Worlds? Ah. No, he's just making noises. Alright. And then some legs. What do we got for legs? Good with the tanky legs. They actually clip through the jacket though, so I don't like it. .29 armor. See, they clip through it as well, right? Are they clipping through it? Yep, I don't... Not fan of it clipping through. I will actively wear something else. Something else. Wear the leader gloves. Or I could wear something a bit lighter. Base workout. Technician. Realm walker. Technician gloves are pretty tanky. Get survivor gloves. The helmet. We can't see the helmet. We could just go leader helmet. Yeah, this feels a little bit more fantasy, I guess. Been having a heightened level of underlying anxiety this week, which is a bit of a struggle, but I'm struggling through it like a champ. How are you guys? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. Yeah. Let's just say I feel you. I get it. This week, in particular, totally get it. Good, one shot left. Especially this week. But it's I'm hoping you're doing alright. How was the Greyhound baby? Has it been relinquished yet? Thank you for the hug, Worlds. He's here all week. That's got to be nice. I was trying to smash a chest with my body. It wasn't working. I go into the other side then? No. I have to get there another way. A longer way. Buggy books. What groundhog baby? Greyhound, sorry, not groundhog. Did I say groundhog? Greyhound, sorry. Greyhound baby. Might have typed the wrong one. Either way. It's adorable. Baby groundhogs are also adorable, so, you know. It was a greyhound, but it's actually a lurcher. I'm not familiar with a lurcher, with what lurchers are. Is it a one-way door as well, or does it need a key? Albatross has pictures up on the computer. It's a what? Oh, anything crossed with a greyhound. Okay. So basically just not a purebred greyhound. That's still adorable. Looks like a Muppet. It does look interesting. Well, the pictures that are here are interesting. I suppose it depends on what it's crossed with. All dogs and cats are puppies. All of them are. Yep. Everyone. Every single one. Oh, oh. I see you see me. Oh, there's another one. You dead? You dead? I have pictures of dogs to look at. Oh, that's adorable. It's like a fluffy greyhound. Now you've done it. Albatross is on the prowl for dog pictures. Are all the statues then? Okay, I guess. Don't piss off the statues. Are you one of them? Oh, okay. Wikipedia has a fluffy one. Fuck, I'll never go to bed. Save it. Bookmark the page. Bookmark the page. Find pictures of lurchers later. If you're watching this as a VOD, if you're on the VOD on YouTube, stop. Stop what you're doing now. Look up lurcher. Right? It is spelled L-U-R-C-H-U-R. Lurcher. Adorable looking dog. Adorable looking dog. You gonna put one in the Discord worlds? Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I don't know what the elites here are. It kind of worries me. Oh, that's one. Oh, that's not good. Hello. Listen. Oh, shit. He's a sword boy. He's filling me with whatever the fuck that purple thing is. Help. Put down turret. Run away. Bad. Don't like. Oh my god. His sword's like my sword. His sword does sword things like my sword does sword things. Oh my god. Who names this shit? Sounds like something creepy as fuck in a horror game. Well, it seems like it's exactly the opposite. Hello, Bob. Welcome, oh fuck. Welcome, welcome. Get fucked, everybody! Haha! Wait. You also should be dead. Oh, fuck, there's so many. Can you stop being alive so I can greet people? Oh, shit. Now you're on fire. How are you like an overgrown moth? Okay.
Holy hell.
How are you, Bob? What have you been up to? It has been a minute. Good night, Albatross. Glad to hear you're doing fine. Glad to hear you are having a fine day. I'm shooting fairies. Well, fae. Because that's not technically... Ah, I'm on fire, you fuck. It's not necessarily fairies. Oh, get out of here, archers.
Damn it.
There we go. Oh, yeah, shotgun pistol for the win. Beautiful. Beautiful. But yeah, life is pretty cruisy at the moment. Life is pretty cruisy. Your boss is on vacation, so every day is a half vacation for me. I love those sorts of days. They're the best. Huh. Oh, okay, some have respawned, but I guess others got upset with that initial fight. Are you still going to be there? You are. Alright.
Okay, this is it.
I think maybe I used the turret last time to clean up. Because I'm running a bit low on ammo. I don't like that. This looks ornate. This is a door. Nope. Don't have that. What do you do, Bob? Just out of curiosity. You don't have to answer if you're not comfortable doing so, obviously. This is such a gorgeous game. It just looks so nice. If it wasn't so run down, it would be an absolutely gorgeous place to just explore. I mean, even being run down the way that it is. You work in a factory, produce windows and doors. Ah, righto. Like, wooden ones? Glass ones? What's your, what's the norm? No, don't do that. Oh shit! Get away from me! I would prefer that you did not do that. Ow! It hurts so bad. He's behind me again! I don't like this. Ah. Do you have to deflect so many bullets? Hey, you like it? Oh, he doesn't. He doesn't like it at all. Stop deflecting bullets, please. Ow. Thank fuck for that. I do not like those guys. Bring back the mighty Pooh. They were way cruisier to fight. Holy shit. That was rough. I have nothing. Wood, aluminium, and plastic. Right. Aluminium. Aluminum, as some people may say. Aluminium. That's interesting. I spent a lot of time. I didn't work there directly myself, but I spent a lot of time at a local glazier up in my hometown. They used to do a lot of glass doors and windows and stuff, which was interesting to see how it's all sort of put together. But hey, not having your boss there makes things a little bit cruisier. Not having him looking over everyone's shoulder. What's this?
That
that's the first
important.
mask. Okay, that's the face. That's his face that he was missing. He was missing his face. I don't have any of my good ammo left, really, which I desperately need. Also, this purple bar not going down is worrying me a bit. It's hanging around for a long time. Very long time. These metally pots are not as fun to watch you roll into as the clay ones. Yeah. I mean, we've been up until today, because obviously you were here when I was doing the foresty stuff that had a lot of clay pots. But we had like glass ones that had weird black smoke in them recently, because we've been doing some sci-fi area missions, and yeah, they weren't as fun to roll into as the clay ones. I think if I was rating them, I think these would be second on the list. They're pretty good, but not crazy amazing. Oh, here we go. Story time. Everybody get comfy. The Feast of the Forest King. One day, the Forest King announced an enormous feast and invited every animal of the forest. "And one of you will receive my boon," the invitation said. "But whomever displeases me will receive a bow." Which meant a noose. For every animal knew of the king's capriciousness and cruelty. A bough, I guess, for a tree bough where you would put the noose. Anyway. So all the animals came. The Jubhawk put on his finest clothes, preening his feathers and polishing his horns. The Hahn fluffed its gills and licked its eyes cleaner than they had ever been. The Nara shed a new skin and combed its tails. Every animal presented their very best, all except the Droper, whose coat dripped with cave slime and smelled of wild fungus. "What are you doing?" the Jubhawk snapped. "Why have you not groomed for the king?" The Droper yawned. "Your posturing looks so unpleasant. Everyone is stiff and miserable." "You should have at least bathed," said the Jubhawk. "If the king notices you, then you'll surely hang." The Droper shrugged. Shrugged? He shrugged, too. "At least I'm comfortable." The feast was served. Though the king had not yet arrived, the animals praised the spread. Though they ate little for fear of appearing gluttonous, the Droper, however, appreciated none of it, tearing into his food like one half-starved. "You fool! The feast is for show!" hissed the Jubhawk. "The king is surely watching." "Then I may die," the Droper said. Crumbs from a large piece of apple cake spilled from his mouth. "But I will not die empty." Afterwards, with a loud fanfare, the king arrived and took his place at the head of the table. The animals rose and bowed, all except the Droper, who was so full he could not stand. While the others stood in front of him, blocking his view, he scratched his belly and let loose a roaring belch. All in attendance gasped in horror, but the crowd was so great that the king could not see who was at fault. "Who was that?" bellowed the king. "Tell me, and you may yet live." But the animals were afraid of drawing attention to themselves, so no one moved. But the Jub Hawk feared staying quiet more, and so, though it betrayed his friend, he raised one clawed wing and pointed it at the now sleeping Droper. "It was him, your majesty. The Droper dishonored your otherwise divine feast." The Droper snored like a wood beetle. His fur was caked with drink and apple crumbs. The king barked his name. "Wake and speak for yourself." The Droper startled awake. He looked around and saw all eyes on him, most notably the Forest King's. He swallowed. "It was a good feast," he said. "I enjoyed it very much, though I may never eat again." Silence boomed through the feasting hall. Everyone watched the king, both excited and terrified by what he might do. Without warning, the king's head flew back and he roared with laughter. The other animals remained silent, paralyzed with fear. The foolish Droper grinned sleepily. When the king stopped laughing, he said, "You will eat again, Droper, this and much more. For more than any other, you have enjoyed the feast I laid out before you, and so you shall receive my boon." And the king ordered that food be brought to the Droper's cave every day, enough to keep him fed and fat for the rest of his days. Then the king pointed at the Jub Hawk. "But you betrayed your friend for a boon. You are more treacherous and selfish than any of my subjects, and so your neck shall receive a bow." And he ordered him arrested. That evening, the Jub Hawk was hanged, though by the time of the execution, the king had forgotten his crime, and so none was posted. The Jub Hawk died for nothing, but the Droper was, and still is, happy to this day. Moral? Posture for no one. Boons and bows be damned. Be yourself. Fuck the consequences. I like that. It was a good story. Nice, like, Aesop's fable type of thing. Ooh, treasure. Give. Castle treasure. Oh, thank you for the applause, Welt. I shall bow. Actually, I wonder if I can do that here. Hold on. Is that an option? Do we have one of them? Yeah, back in. Yes, this way. No wave. Someone wants to murder me, but I want to find an emote that is kind of... I'm just going to do this. There we go. Yay, torchlights. Okay. There is a fae around here that is very upset with me. Okay, what's this room? Off to the park, back in a bit. Too easy, Welts. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your park trip. And, I hope it brings you a bit of peace today. I hope it's quiet and nice. There's no treasure here either. Treasure? Oh, this is the other side of this area. Okay. What's this? A bowl of urine? Magic urine. What's this? Fey Cleanse clears all status effects and blights and increases health regen by 0.85 per second. Oh, that's handy. I'll be sipping that all the time. What is down here? Oh, hello. I should be using the shotgun on those little dudes. I'm running out of ammo fast. Fast. What was that noise? That was a weird sound. Also, there's someone sharpening a sword down here. I feel like that's an elite, right? He looks different. Yep. Alright. Good to know. Why me? Leave me alone. Oh my god, he hurts a lot. Can I move, please? away!
Oh, crap.
I need this real quick. Run away! A little bit bigger to fight in, I guess. Go away. Will you stagger? You will. Okay, good. Ow! It's a combo! Oh, I burnt him to death. Good. Shit. Oh, but I can dig for health. So that's something that I... Ah! Come on. There we go. Good fairy. Okay. Nope, that's not it. That's not it either. Please don't give me red. Good. Okay, that'll be fine. Smash all the things. No more fade down here? No? This is like a kitchen, I guess? I don't know if it's like servants' quarters or barracks or what, but it does get very cavey down here. It's like the lower levels went to shit real quick. Hold on, I gotta sit up. I gotta sit up. Get sorted. Yeah. Okay. Gonna do this. Put that there. Just considering how long I've been going for, I might even just grab this battery pack. I don't have to uncross my legs and undo the blanket because it's cold tonight. Not super cold. Haven't got a jumper on tonight, which is unfortunate. It means winter's coming to an end, but I have had jumper on recently and it was very rainy today. You know what? I'm even gonna treat myself and have some iced coffee. Iced coffee it is. There we go. Delicious. Delectable. Okay. I'm walking around in here. You can hear the occasional clatter of shit. Also, I feel like there's going to be secrets behind barrels and things. There's got to be, right? I don't think I can smash bookshelves. No. Smash these little things? Can. Okay, good. New world, you gotta get to learn things you can smash and things you can't smash. This is an elevator. I don't want to go up yet, there's another side room. Oh. He's armored. I do not appreciate that. Get out of here. There we go. So we just got trailers for both Armored Core 6 and Ghost Runner 2. Haven't we got a bunch of trailers and stuff for Armored Core 6? Ghost Runner 2 I'm interested in. My brain cannot handle so much goodness. Ghost Runner 2's out soon-ish, next month? It's very soon, I think. Or maybe October. Maybe I read it was October. There's so many games coming out soon. I want to play through Ghost Runner 1 again. Before 2 comes out. And do a cheeky restream of it. Because it was I think pretty much the second game that I ever streamed on on Twitch. They're so fucking tanky. It's pretty much the second game I ever streamed on Twitch, and I did it all in one session. I did Ghost Runner in 12 hours, one session. I was very tired by the end of it. It was rough. It was rough. It was so much fun. Such a cool game. But I'm keen to play it again. Better not be September because I'm already drained with Starfield, plus it's deluxe upgrade, then Phantom Liberty. Yeah. Oh, fuck. That was close. Hey, bud. Guess what? Bomb! Fuck your armor. Ooh. Iron? Forged iron. That's good. Can't even buy Assassin's Creed 6? Are we up to 6? Is that how the numbers are going at the moment? Are they calling it 6? Are you talking about Assassin's Creed? I'm very... Armored Core. Ah, Armored Core. I thought you were saying Assassin's Creed 6. We can't abbreviate it to that. There's too many letters. There's too many letters in this world. I was surprised because I was like, that's not... Pretty sure we got more than 6. Did you play the other Armored Core games? I've never played any of them. They look cool. Very frenetic fighting. What was that? Book. How many pages has this got? It's the one. Okay, cool. Let us read another book. You neither? Yeah, I mean it looks good. I'm not expecting, like, there's a lot of people out there that are expecting, like, a Souls-like. I'm not expecting a Souls-like. Even remotely related to it. But combat should be fun at the very least. Should be pretty cool. Deposition of Venice the Butcher, unabridged. This is the deposition of Venice the Butcher, as taken by Advocate Savan. This version has not been submitted to court due to the fact that it is inadmissible. It is recorded here for posterity only. Please state your name and occupation for the record. I'm Venus the Butcher, of Meats. Mr. Venice, you have been accused of murdering Thalos the Binder. Is that true? That I've been accused, or that I murdered him? The former. Then yes. And the latter, then? Also yes. In that case... Wait, what? Did you just admit your guilt? I did not. But you admitted that you murdered Thalos, did you not? I did murder him, but I'm not guilty. I'm afraid I don't understand. That's not a question. Alright, let's start at the beginning. In your own words, tell me what happened between you and Thalos on the night you were found with his body. Like I told him before, I was waiting for my friend at the library when Thalos gets up in my face about some nonsense. We had words, I pulled my cleaver and he backed off. But he didn't back off, if you know what I mean. For the sake of this deposition, assume that I don't know what you mean. What I mean is he took a fright and backed away, hands up and all. But he wouldn't stop trying to control me. And how did he do that, Mr. Venice? What did he want you to do? To silence me. You mean he wanted you to be quiet? Exactly. In the library. Are you trying to mean something by that? So, you brandished your weapon, he backed away, and then you killed him. Is that accurate? Because he wouldn't stop telling me what to do, yeah. Yet you believe you are not guilty, that you are justified in his murder. Why is that? The Fae are free, aren't they, Advocate? What freedom? Hold on. Excuse me for a moment, Advocate. I just need to go and shake out some cobwebs from my brain. The Fae are free, aren't they, Advocate? What's freedom for? Oh, my God. Let's try that sentence one more time. The Fae are free, aren't they, Advocate? What's freedom for if I can't take up arms when somebody's up in my face? And what about Thalus's freedom? What about it? Well, you are alive, and he is dead. You took his freedom away. Oh, isn't that a statist way of looking at it? Listen, he could have drawn a weapon the same as me. He could have defended himself. Anyone in the room could have defended him, but none did. Their freedom, their choice. So, for the record, you believe it is your right to draw a weapon and take someone's life, knowing that murder is against the law, and yet you believe you are not guilty of breaking that law. Is that correct? Let me ask you something, Advocate. This is a deposition, Mr. Venice. I must ask the questions. Off the record, then. Fine. This portion of the deposition will not be submitted to court. Who made the law you say I broke? Well, the one true king and the council. And what gives them the right? The law gives them the right. So the law gives lawmakers the right to make laws. You see how that turns on its own head? But without the law, we cannot have a functioning society. We have only chaos and anarchy. And what good is a functioning society if the people in it aren't free? We are free, Mr. Venice. That's the whole point. Those who follow the law, those who follow the law. You see? And what if I don't agree with it? Where's my freedom then? No, if the Fae can't take up arms when they want, then only the king and council are free. The Fae can do as they will, Mr. Venice, but without consequences. Damn the king's consequences! The bastard's nothing more than a tyrant. We're off the record, Mr. Venice, so I will ask you plainly. We both know you belong to a terrorist. Ha! A group devoted to overthrowing the one true king. It is clear you don't agree with his policies or rule, but for my sake, do you truly believe there should be no consequences for murder? You believe Fae should be allowed to kill Fae without consequence. Oh, there's a consequence. The weak die, and the strong survive. Listen, the only true freedom is absolute. Anything less makes us slaves. Then if I choose to serve the one true king, you make yourself a slave. Well, I have to admit, Mr. Venice, you are persuasive. I believed all Fae to be basically the same, that all valued life equally, even if we sometimes disagreed on what that value meant. But I am convinced. Good. Won't be long before everyone sees that the king believes we are monsters. I had thought him entirely misguided, but you have convinced me otherwise. And if we do not allow ourselves to be ruled by law, then we submit to be ruled by monsters like yourself. I'm afraid I can no longer defend you, Mr. Venice. You are on your own. End deposition. Addendum. While awaiting his trial, Venice's body was found in his cell, hanging from the ceiling, with a note that read, "Freedom or death." This deposition was, therefore, never submitted to court. Off the record, surely you don't believe there should be consequences. You're just doing your job because you're afraid of what the one true king will do to you. I believe life is sacred and everyone sees that. Sure, life is sacred, especially mine. Wait, is this the two of them talking again? Okay, hold on. Off the record. Surely you don't believe there should be consequences. You're just doing your job because you're afraid of what the one true king will do to you. I believe life is sacred and that everyone sees that. Sure, life's sacred, especially mine. I have to admit, you're changing my opinion. I had thought all Fae worthy of defending, but you're going to hang. Sometimes your random reactions remind me of that tweet. Loud noises are so intriguing. Like, what was that? I am not familiar. But I do tend to get quite jumpy when I'm like, what was that noise? Why is there noise there? If that's what you mean. Hello. How you doing? Love the bone pile. No? What are we doing? Oh, he's doing a dance. Hey there, dancing man. We got a juggle going? I didn't mean to mark that. I'm a clap. You're very good. Jester's bell. No, you're very good, Mr. Jester. Love your work. Thing. Take it. Magic quill. Thank you very much, good sir. See ya. And then this magic quill will let me go through the magic quill door. Do 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 do. Side dungeon.
Real pretty. Yeah, I don't trust this place.
Me neither. Give me back all my ammo. Side rooms, lovely. Okay, so they don't like the king here. Well, some do. Other people think he's a dickhead. Kind of like the framey wing flap. Little big room. Did I piss off anything else down that hallway? I hope not. Wait, is that another side dungeon in this dungeon? Oh no. Oh no. This castle is gonna be a castle then. So the side dungeon doors aren't what I expect them to be anymore. Excellent. Well, I would love to just dive on through the big main doors
Here
back
they
there.
come.
Do they? Who said? Eh. You don't even care. Where's he going? Oop. Yeah, he's not going anywhere. Zippy. Drink the fey pee. Like, why does that human thing keep drinking out of our toilets? It's very strange. Makes us very uncomfortable. I put down gun. Oh shit! A mini shotgun to the face. Ah shit, that's not good. Oh, I nearly got stabbed. Hello? Oh, what are you? You're different. Ah, I don't like that. Why is he different? Well, he's dead. I assume he was the elite from the elite noise. You're on fire, bud. You okay? Yeah, he's okay. What's this? Where are you? Oh. Something. Okay. Iron? Iron. Forged iron. Probably got a chunk of scrap now. Yeah, I do. Good. Excellent. Hmm. This is just a little dead end with some treasure. I will take it. I do love some treasure. I miss my amulet that gives me more scrap and makes me pick up iron and stuff automatically. That was a good amulet. When we fade out to a black and white version of me equipping the amulet and stuff in slow motion, playing I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life. Do 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 do. Ah, good times. Okay, that's a rush. That is a wave. That is a true wave. Get him, turret. Get him. That's late. Oh, it's one of these cuts. This is bad. Ow! Really? Immediately? Oh, fuck. Okay, he's fucked. I don't like him. I do not like him at all. He does not get... Oh, shit! I had it. No! Heal me, please. I'm also cursed. Oh, my health bar is smaller now. That sucks. Can we set him on fire? Oh, he's behind me! Ah, it hurts! It hurts so much! I'm cursed. Oh no, please, please leave me be. I'm just trying to survive. Ah, can you not? Oh yeah, suck bum, you're dead. Ah, shit. I'm glad these guys weren't here when the elite still was. No. Sideways. Ah, he hit me. That hurt a lot. When this wears out, do I stay cursed? Like it says it's cursed ×1, right? If I go this way... Like it says it gets rid of all debuffs. I just want to hang out and see if cursed wears off on its own. I am slowly healing on my own automatically, right? I want to see... Will that purple bit of my health that's blocked off disappear? Nope. I guess it just stops me from going to cursed ×2. So it will not disappear unless you cleanse it. Excellent. Good to know. That's going to be fucked. Because if he hits you with a couple of the things, you're cursed, pretty much. Which is, rough. Rough, to say the least. No. Shh. Just a random little side room with not a lot going for it, I guess. Okay. Just cause, I suppose. Let's not do that. Let's not do that at all. Oh, of course I'm reloading. Oop. Reload now, please. I don't know if it actually spawns enemies in or if it just alerts everybody nearby, but I feel like it spawns enemies in. Oh, headshot. Oh. Oh, that's a... Okay, it's start time. His weak spot is not his face. Ah! Sir, sir, sir. Put down the stick. Did he die? The fuck? Feel like he's not... Pretty sure I didn't kill him. Like he had a bit of health left. It's happened a couple of times with different enemies. He's sort of like, where'd they go? Is there more coming? No. This is what they look like. Kind of like alien elves? Kinda? Hey fellas. Oh good. That's what we wanted. More of them. You are not spawning behind me. You're not. Ah, fuck. They cover a lot of ground real quick. That's an elite. Because of course it is. This kind again. Ow, that's fire. Fire hot. How does he like being on fire? Oh, he doesn't. Oh, that's silly of you, isn't it, bud? What did I say? Don't play with fire if you can't stand the heat. Ha! There's been a bit of a trek through here.
This isn't looking good.
Fuck off. Uploading every man and their dog. Unnecessary. I'm only here to murder everybody and plunder everything that's not nailed down. Purely harmless. A little bit of harmless murder. There you stay healthy, bot. Hello. Bang! Of course. Oh, they're behind me as well. Good. Ow! They are always everywhere. Oh my god, that's bad. Is it like the skulls on him? On his chest that are his weak spot?
Ah, damn.
I don't even know.
Is it over?
Maybe. What's the Jester's Amulet? I forgot about that. Increases modern skill cast speed by 35%. Casting a model skill increases all damage by 20%. Ooh. That's kind of fancy. No treasure? Right. No treasure. What about here? No, no treasure. Still holding out for secret treasure.
Great, more bad news.
Ooh. Ah, unlucky. They ran out of stamina after one little dodge. And they have wings. Ugh. Put down turret. Free fire. You shoot at what you want. And I was like, I've got the turret down, so what's the point? Hey. Hey, hey. Ah, shit, that's bad. Idiot. That was a waste of a mod, I think. Oh, well. Oh, hey! Maybe not then. At least I got someone with it, right? I don't know if old mate that I murdered out here was as much of an elite as the other elite that we fought. But I'm not looking forward to fighting a boss version of him. I have noticed that a lot of enemies have boss versions of them. Oops, sorry. You startled me.
Holy hell.
Some of these paintings are sick, though. Like, I would like to get them as a poster or display. Display to be cool. Smash all their furniture. Oh, I see you. Try and be sneaky. Don't trust anything. Pop. I didn't pack my turret up. It's just been sitting there waiting for me. Not regenerating ammo.
Okay, this is it.
Is it? I think he's dead. I don't think it's it at all. I think you're full of lies. I don't trust any gargoyles. Of course. Here we go. Chuck this down here then. I was not quite ready. I got to recharge it. Got to plug it in when I was done. That's an elite coming. Oh, it's just that dude. Hey, 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 hey. That's enough of that. Do not appreciate. Where's your weak spot, huh? Ah, fire! I think I shot one while it was in his hand. It set himself on fire. Ah, silly mage.
All right. Come and get some.
Heh. Like you didn't hear all the gunfire down here. Oh, yep. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oh, hello. Bang! Satisfying. No, no, no. I'm getting used to the timings on these guys though, which is kind of nice. Pack it in, turret. You did good. You did a lot of shootings. So much castle. Not enough rolls. This place is fucking huge. Huge, huge, huge. Oh, I see you. I see you. Yeah. Oh, no, that just upset him. Okay. This door locked? Yes. Oh. Turn off. Another bunch of very upset Fae. Oh! Okay, you can do that. That's fancy. There's more of them. Hello? Shit. That's bad. Hey, I'm behind the thing. I'm up here. Pretty sure he can still fuck with me if I'm not careful. Oh, that's bad. I'm not 100% sure where his weak spot is. Maybe it's his hands or something. Ah, look at that sexy body. I have a sip of that juice. Delicious Fae toilet. I know you guys are in here somewhere. There's one. Bang! Purple. Purple good. Indignant fetish. Oh, okay. Is it a fetish for being indignant, or is it a fetish that is indignant? Taking damage from enemies increases all damage dealt by 25% and reduces all incoming damage by 10%. Lasts 20 seconds. That's... It's... I feel it's really like a tank amulet. Because it's, ideally, I'm not going to be taking damage. If I do take damage, that sucks, but I don't want to wear something that is specifically like, ooh, you better take some damage, because otherwise you're not filling out your potential. They were above me, weren't they? Get down. Feel like it was more than one of them. No, okay. Like they're just designed so cool. This is still like new area, by the way. And that was one of 3 paths that I could have picked. I feel like the one that I picked might have just been the main path. Quest item, plain ribbon. Okay. Nope, not Conflux Prism. This soft ribbon slides pleasingly between your fingers. It is made of some fabric that is neither silk nor velvet, but maintains the pleasurable feel of both. The Fae are not monsters. Whatever the one true king may say of us, we laugh. We love, we feast, we sing. Why, we even give ourselves in marriage. We are life lived to the full. It is only that, for some, that it is more than they can bear. Okay. Why does the one true king, their king, consider the Fae monsters? Isn't he the king of the Fae? Wouldn't he be a Fae also? Or is that not how kings work? Well, there's a rule for kings to be specifically the same as those that they oversee. You go the other way, it looks like a drop down. I go this way. Aaron? I'm gonna keep smashing them because I feel like there's a secret behind one of these. And I don't want to miss it. I'll be sad. Not that I know I've missed it, I guess. You are right there. One person that just thought of that. Treasure. Okay. It goes back up to where I was. Random side room, I guess. Sure, why not? Yeah. Nope. Nope. Okay. This room seems big and possibly full of enemies. Hmm. Smash everything. Fuck you, books. That wasn't me. Ooh, what's that? Pretty. I have a trade point. Been eyeing that off for a while, apparently. Why you noises? Why you do this? Book. Short book. Okay. Gonna have a quick yawn before I read this one, or I'm gonna run out of air. Might even run out of air anyway. Might even have a little sip. We'll have a little sip first, yeah? Have a little sip. Okay. The truth of the Ceruleans. We arrived... Oh, we're off to a great start. We arrived at the Ceruleans mountain community on the 13th day of the Turn of Debts. Corpses decorated the cliffside road, some no older than a few days, and the smell of feces struck us long before the village came into view. Of the Ceruleans themselves, I knew only that they were rebels, perhaps terrorists, led by a firebrand who had rejected the one true king and his laws. They reject the law, you had said. I expected them to have killed each other by now, yet they live on. You are the only one I can trust, Imleth. The only good among all your people. I must know whether the Ceruleans' defiance leads them to prosper or wither. Are they hope for your kind, or despair? And so I came prepared for objectivity, but also for the worst. For my love for you was brazen and sure. The sight of the village did little to dissuade me. Their homes are but dead branches balanced into precarious piles. Their farms are little more than yellowing, potted bushes and trees. The streets are virtually paved with excrement, and the Fae who live there are sad, hollow creatures. I had seen enough. These were not the hope of the Fae. If anything, they were proof of the need for law. The order to turn around was on my lips when we were attacked. Malnourished as they were, the Ceruleans overpowered us, slaughtered my royal guard, and held me to the ground with 5 spears at my throat. That is how I met Chandala. Chandala? Chandala. That is how I met Chandala. She stood over me, blotting out the sun. She was as emaciated as any of her people, yet her eyes glistened, and her countenance bore a furious strength I had never seen in a Fae. "I know why you're here," she said. "The one true king hopes to wipe us out." I spat at her. "I came to observe, to judge. But whether you kill me or not now, your actions have ensured your destiny." "Humph," she frowned, seemingly uncertain what to make of me. "We have only defended ourselves." "By murdering my delegation. Kill me too, and be done with it." "There is no need, for you are not like the others." She grabbed the head of one of my dead guards by his hair, turning it so I could see a tattoo on his neck. The Omsilla, symbol of the Royal Executioners. "You say you came to observe, yet you travel with assassins." Words left me. I did not know they were assassins. I had thought ours to be on a mission of peace, their duty defense only. After several seconds of my silence, Chandala said, "Take her away." They left me inside a small tent of stretched droper hide. I don't know how long I sat there. Hours, days perhaps. My thoughts were my prison. I could think of no reason for you to send mercenaries with me, let alone keep their presence secret from me. I could think of no explanation to exonerate you. "G'day Claire, welcome. I'm doing well, how are you? Hope you're having a good one. Have you been playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre? If you have, is it any good?" The suns rose and fell before I found strength to move. I was cold, and the smell of roast meat, canyon peppers, shook me from my stupor. I pushed open the flap and saw a small bonfire in the center of the village. There was no guard. All the Ceruleans sat at the fire. Tentatively, I stepped out and walked towards the flames. Several of them saw me, yet paid me little attention. The fire did not feel like a celebration. Jubhawk meat turned on a spit, but no one sang or drank or told stories. They sat in several isolated groups, muttering between themselves about nothing. On the opposite side of the fire, 2 began shouting. One drew a knife and sliced the other across the throat. Then he sat back down and wiped the knife on his leggings as though nothing had happened. No one reacted, not even to move the body. "I was wondering when you'd emerge." Chandala appeared next to me. I jumped in fright, my attention fully absorbed by the murder I alone seemed to notice. She followed my gaze. "Still observing us, are you?" "You alright? It's pretty warm today?" "Yeah, I've heard it's pretty warm. Northern Hemisphere's pretty hot today." "You've been playing Texas Chainsaw Massacre? It's pretty good." "I'm glad you're enjoying it. You are the asymmetric horror PvP aficionado. So it would be a shame if it wasn't as good." "I knew I was a prisoner," I said. "We don't keep prisoners." She gestured me to follow as she walked to the corpse and dragged him to the nearest slope. "We don't restrict freedoms here. That's the whole point. We will not repeat his tyranny." She dropped the corpse down the hill and into the dark. "The one true king is no tyrant," I said. "He loves us. He protects us." "From what, pray?" I gazed into the dark as though I could see the corpse on the road below. "From ourselves." Chandala sat on a log, far from the others. She indicated for me to join her. "Tell me truly, what is the one true king to you?" I met her eyes and was surprised to see empathy rather than accusation. "My savior," I said, and I told her how my uncle used to beat and violate me until the day I was rescued and placed into your service. Chandala did not speak for a time. The firelight glinted off the tears on her cheek. I'm sorry you had to go through that, she said finally. No one should have to face such horrors. I owe him my life. He set me free. Free to serve him, you mean? She placed a hand on mine. I do not belittle your rescue. That was a good and needed thing, but you are still not free, not truly. I serve because I wish it. Is that so? Chandala asked, though not accusingly. And what if you wished otherwise? Would he grant it to you? Would he let you live here, for example, free of all constraints? Or would he send his mercenaries to retrieve you? Her meaning was well taken. I don't know. I have never wished it. Yet I do, she said, and so do all who live here. And his answer was assassins. I did not know what to say to that. There must have been a reason. Her laugh came like the song of cherry doves. Oh yes, all things happen for his reasons, is that not so? We harm no one out here, yet he will not suffer anyone to live outside his rule. Your existence causes others to question, I said, knowing this to be your utmost concern. He worries about those who might fall under your influence against their best interests, but not against their will. Her face grew stern, but not, I thought, because of me. He fears what will happen if the Fae question him, yet unquestioned belief is mere dogma, and service in fear of punishment is slavery. Her words struck me, and I immediately saw the danger in them. In that moment I understood why you sent assassins. I stared into the fire. The flames leapt past the roasted jubhawk, licking the night air with both destruction and warmth. I, too, was beaten and violated, she said. Not by my uncle, but by my father, a member of the council. He believed he was doing the king's will, hurting me when I misbehave, punishing the fayness within me to make me good. Now it was she who stared into the fire, her eyes glistening moistly in its light. I killed him. I freed myself, but that is not how the council saw it. She turned to me, her gaze so sharp and demanding that I had to look away. You say he loves us, yet he kills those who displease him, giving them no hope for repentance. Is that how you treat one you love? I had no answer. A piece of jubhawk meat fell into the fire, sending up a cloud of sparks and choking smoke. I said nothing. The one true king believes there is inescapable evil in all of us, Chandala continued. He tries to control it, to drive it out through fear and punishment. That is not love, but abuse. The choking smoke cloud consumed the jubhawk. Still, I said nothing. Chandala's words suffocated my own. True love, Chandala said, her voice softening, is unconditional. It wishes others joy and freedom, knowing that the former cannot exist without the latter. That is why I fled. That is why I created this community. Here, we are free. There is no king here but ourselves. But your village is sick, I said, still not deigning to look at her. The corpses on the road, excrement on the street, murder in front of your very eyes. She nodded through all of it. I know, we are not good, not always, and some of us not ever, but has the king's subjugation uprooted our evil, or does it merely hide it? Goodness cannot be forced. It must be learned, practiced like an instrument. Where one has the freedom to make mistakes and learn from them, true love does not track the evils of others. It hopes for good instead. The smoke that had consumed the jubhawk meat now lifted, dissipating in the air. Stars glittered through the blackness like shining festival lights. There is good here, friend, Chandala said, and more will come. Stay with us a while and see. She stretched out her hand, though I could hardly see it through my tears. I placed my hand in hers, our fingers weaving together. I did not know what I would see, for her village of rebels was, and is, truly sick in many ways. But I have never experienced this love she spoke of, true and unconditional. I want to try. So I return your messengers back to you, Lord King. The Ceruleans removed his tongue. I could not stop them, but I could give him this tale for your eyes alone. Please do not send another. These are my people, as all Fae are my people. I will not turn my back on any of them, least of all those battered by a system I helped to maintain. You did rescue me, and for that I am forever thankful. But my love requires more. I must discover what that is. This kingdom's fucked. So the king's like, you will work under me and serve me, otherwise bad times. Creepy mirror. Oh, does this loop back to the start? Oh my god. This whole thing was to get to this mirror, and now I'm back at the start. That's wild. So many books. So many books. Well, if you're still there, Claire, who's your favourite killer to play as? Book? Book. Alright, another book. Does this help? No, not really. What if I step back a little bit, shine the torch directly on it? Wow, that's too bright. Okay, never mind. The Nara and the Jubhawk. It was in the days when every animal prepared... You're still here, was just listening to me read? You say Hitchhiker is your favourite? Ah, fair enough, fair enough. Because it's the whole family you play as in this... In the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game, right? It's the, you play as all the different members of the family and they have, like, different things they can do and all that sort of stuff. I saw some bits and pieces of it, it was a while ago now, but I saw some video and gameplay and stuff and explaining how it sort of worked. It's it looks like it has some complexity to it, which is cool. The Nara and the Jubhawk. It was in the days when every animal prepared for the long winter. The Hahn gathered rocks and mud for its dam. The Bushelk collected hay to spread about its den. The Nara curled up the tallest trees seeking nuts to store in its hole. One day the Nara climbed a particularly tall tree, a task it disliked very much. The climb was difficult, and the branches were often treacherous. When it came upon a Jubhawk lounging in its nest. "Where is your store of food, Master Jubhawk?" said the Nara. "Do you not prepare for the winter?" "I have never had need," the Jubhawk said with a great shrug of its wings. "But the idea intrigues me, for I see all the creatures of the forest floor running to and fro for days on end." "So we must," said the Nara with a flick of its tails, "else the winter will claim us." "How charming! Oh, not for those poor souls claimed, of course, but all your hard work delights me very much. Perhaps you might be interested in an arrangement. I can see how much you dislike climbing my jub trees. Your body is more suited for swimming, yes? Perhaps, instead of nuts, you could bring me a particular worm, one that makes its autumn home deep within the Dropa caves. If you were to bring me, say, 100 of them, I would happily gather the nuts for you from every tree in this grove." "I can do this." The Nara straightened in delight, for it hated climbing the jub trees very much. Swimming in the pools of the Dropa caves was much more to its liking. "I will make this deal." Eagerly, the Nara slithered into the caves, slipped into the cold pool, swam through an underwater passage, and entered a dark chamber where the only light was the glow of the cave worms the Jubhawk desired so much. There were hundreds upon the walls, and the rock was easily scalable for the Nara, much easier than the cursed jub trees. This will be simple, she thought. It would require a full week to gather all the nuts in the Jubhawk's grove, but this will take me a day. With the Jubhawk's help, I can begin my winter's rest early. But the task proved more difficult than the Nara had thought, for the worms clung tightly to the walls, and they wriggled and slipped from her grasp during the swim to the outside. By the evening, she had gathered only half a dozen. "Oh, it shall take me weeks to get them all. I must speak again to the Jubhawk." But the Jubhawk was not as understanding as she hoped. "It day's work, and this is all you achieved? You did not say the worms adhered to the rock, nor that they would squirm away at the first touch of water. It takes a great deal of time to bring even one into the sack. I have never noticed these problems. Perhaps you simply need to try harder. The Nara hissed. I'm sorry, Mr. Jubhawk. Even with the nuts you gather for me, I cannot complete this task and be ready for the winter. But we had an agreement. The Jubhawk scratched its underfeathers with one long claw. How about this? I will gather even more nuts, all that you could need for the whole winter. But in exchange, you will collect every worm in the cave. Can you do that? The Nara flicked its tails as it calculated. The request would be difficult, but all the nuts she needed for winter? Troublesome though the worms were, they were far less trouble than climbing the jub trees. She would still save time. Yes, she said, I will do this. And so she returned to work. One at a time, pried each worm from its wall, and towed it through the water till she was too tired to do more, and brought what she had for the Jubhawk that day. After a week of this, she began to dislike the work, but reminded herself that she got to spend her entire day swimming in the cool of the cave, rather than the heat of the forest, and her work would be done with days to spare. All without climbing a single tree, she thought, and perhaps the Jubhawk will enjoy the worms so much that he will make the same offer next season. Then I could begin winter's rest even earlier. And with that pleasant thought ahead of her, she smiled and continued her work. The days grew colder. So too did the cave pools. The work became slow and difficult. Each sunset, the Nara brought a sack before the Jubhawk had redid her calculations. No longer would her winter rest start early, but with the Jubhawk's help, she would survive the winter. And perhaps next season she could start earlier. Oh, I don't like where this is going. I do not like where this is going. We know what's going to happen here, right? We can tell what's going to happen here. Because we already know the Jubhawk's a bit of a cunt. He's still listening. Sissy got kiss poison, Johnny got footprint ability, Cook's got hearing abilities, Leatherface got... I forgot already, but yeah, everyone's different. Going against 3 killers, being a survivor can be so challenging, but it's a great game. How many survivors are there on the same team? Like, because it's 3 killers versus 4 survivors, is it? She noticed another thing, however. Where are the nuts, Mr. Jubhawk? Well, surely he should have gathered some by now. The Jubhawk waved a casual wing in the air. I can gather more in a day than you can in a fortnight. It will be done. But, she said, her slender body quivering with anxiety, the nuts will not remain forever. They must be gathered before they fall. Dear Nara, which of us lives in these jub trees? The Jubhawk's feathers puffed out as it took offense. Perhaps you should spend more energy on worms than misgivings, for this deal pleases me, and it would be nice to do it again next year. The Nara smiled at that and flipped away. The Jubhawk was right, of course. He knew his trees better than she, and next year she would be even faster. In any case, it was too late for the deal to change now. There was no time left for her to collect the nuts she needed by herself. With the Jubhawk's words in her heart, she returned to her work with even greater fervor. And by the time the first winter clouds loomed on the horizon, she returned with the final sack and placed it at the foot of the jub tree. Jubhawk, she called. I have the last of them. Every worm as promised. The Jubhawk flapped down, clutched the sack in its talons, and flew back to its nest without a word. The Nara waited, but he did not reappear. Mr. Jubhawk? Said the Nara, a shiver of worry niggling at her tails. The great bird poked its head from its nest and looked down. Of course, I apologize. Thank you so much, dear Nara. The arrangement has been quite a pleasure. I look forward to continuing it in the future. And he dropped a small bag from above. The bag landed nearly on the Nara's head and spilled forth with a mere handful of jub nuts. Hardly enough for a week, let alone the winter. The Nara hissed in agitation. Where are the rest, Mr. Jubhawk? You promised all I need. The Jubhawk walked out on a great branch with a sad look upon his face. I am sorry, dear Nara, but I flew here and there all day, every jub tree in every grove, and that is all I could find. All day? The Nara said. What of the other days? The Jubhawk did not appear to hear her. Here, he said, take a few of my worms, for I surely do not need them all. And he dropped the sack that the Nara had brought him that day. The Nara scowled. I cannot eat worms! But the Jubhawk had returned to his nest already and disappeared. The Nara called until the clouds rolled in and the sun set. The Jubhawk showed not a feather. She returned to her burrow with the scant nuts the Jubhawk had given her. Even eating sparingly, those nuts were gone within a month. It was too cold to gather more. But the Nara had little choice. She slithered far and wide in the snow, searching for any food she could eat. But all the food had been frozen or gathered, and all the animals holed up for the winter. Snows fell, the cold worsened, and the trusting Nara froze to death before she could even return home. Moral? Trust is for fools. Well, more so don't trust fools. But sure. There's 4 survivors altogether. Oh, okay, cool. That's a decent sort of balance. 4v3 rather than the traditional 1v4 or whatever. Listen, fuck you, stool. Oh, I can't destroy it. Oh my god. What is this? Sharp! Okay. Bedtime stories with whoever this guy is that isn't cuttlefish. Yeah, I guess. Sure. Mirror intrigues me. However... Ooh, treasure. Eh. Eh. Oh, I just thought I walked into a room full of dudes for a second there for some reason. Yeah, so Jumphawk's a dick in all the stories. Jumphawk's a dick. Okay, so we did this fucking massive lap around this castle, but we haven't been into this main room yet. What's in the main room? Hello?
Greetings, petitioner.
Hi.
That is what you are.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Step to the podium.
Hello.
Foreigner. This promises to be a colossal waste of time.
Rude?
It lives in our kingdom, does it not?
No.
I at least am interested in what it might have to say.
Okay. Am I not? Yeah, I am.
Hail,
Here.
stranger.
Hello.
I am Savan, Speaker of the One True King's Council.
Oh.
State your nature and business for the record, please.
Your nature, yes. What are you exactly? You're not one of the... well, what do they call themselves? The Dran, are you?
No. I'm not of this world at all, actually.
Then why, pray tell, should we waste our time with you?
'Cause I'm
This is
different.
a Fey council, and we have more imperative matters than to play guide to outsiders.
If I fuck this up, these 3 are going to be boss versions of the fucking sword dude that blocks all my bullets, and I'm going to die very quickly. I'm looking for entities of great power.
Great power, you say? And why would you seek such entities?
I need that power to fix something that has gone wrong.
Ugh, how conveniently vague.
Yeah?
If you find such magical solutions, do return to us. For the Fae will have better use for them than you.
Wow, cunt.
What he means, petitioner, is that the only power that remains in this kingdom is political.
I see.
Nothing more.
There is the imposter.
Yes, the imposter may be exactly what you seek, but if so, we cannot help. We have troubles of our own first.
What are these troubles that you're having?
You have wasted quite enough of our time.
I'm sorry.
foreigner. The Fae have far more important concerns than you before us.
Oniril speaks true, but a thought occurs to me. Perhaps this stranger could be of use to us.
Perhaps?
Our kingdom has been thrust into chaos, stranger. The one true king has been usurped by an imposter, aided by someone on this council, no less. but we know not whom.
A murder plot.
If you will accede, Fey law allows for an independent party to aid our investigation. Perhaps your eyes can bring clarity where our trust has failed.
Okay.
Do you accept?
I asked for more information. She's gonna be like, nah, you're not worth it. You're wasting my time too much. Sure.
Hold. I do not accept.
He did
This
it.
is a foreigner, hardly more than a mute beast. The law does not allow such to conduct investigations or judgments on our behalf.
Have you ever considered, Onoril, that our job is to make the law?
Both arguments are heard and deemed irrelevant. We do not ask them to make judgment, only to aid in an investigation that we have voluntarily foregone. The law supports this.
What happened that needs my investigation?
A great tragedy, stranger. For eons, the Fae and this council have faithfully served the one true king. But alas, his rule has been curtailed.
The imposter, Phelan or Pherin or whatever they call themselves now, placed the king in an eternal slumber from which he cannot be woken.
The king was attacked in his own chambers,
Oh.
behind this very door. The imposter could not have entered without aid from a member of this council.
Right.
But, of course, we all have our alibis, as you can imagine. None of us were here. This has been proven many times.
Okay.
If you can find any evidence tying one of us to this tragedy or to the imposter, then Fey justice might be done.
It won't be enough, Savan. The imposter still sits upon the throne.
Yet, it will be a step, and a necessary one toward restoring order among the Fae.
Right. Okay. So you said I'm permitted to accuse under certain conditions?
It means you're not Fey, and your life is easily forfeit.
Ah, if I'm wrong, Nessie.
Please, Onoril. Stranger, we will discuss the conditions of your accusation if and when you choose to make one.
Okay, and why do you need an independent party? Is it because you're all corrupt?
We do not.
Okay.
This farce does nothing.
It was. I feel like it's
Peace,
him.
Onoril. The law is clear on this point, as you well know.
I will answer your question, stranger. With a traitor among us, trust has shattered. If any of us were to produce evidence at this stage, it would be suspect by all.
And rightly so. Either of you would love any excuse to remove me from the council.
And you do not wish to hold half the council's power yourself, Onoril? You cannot pretend it isn't true.
Regardless, stranger, you are not from this world, either of these worlds. So, any evidence you bring would be free from the suspicions which we have cast upon ourselves.
Okay. Fair. I don't want to question their trust in me. Why would one of you have aided the imposter?
We now know that the imposter approached each one of us at some point, whispering promises of freedom and power,
Okay.
trying to poison our minds against the one true king.
He only said what we wanted to hear. Pity one of us listened.
Can you blame them, though? The imposter called out important truths.
Is that an admission of guilt, Niall?
If you would allow me to finish. I was saying he called out important truths that we must take to heart, despite the poison that obviously accompanied them. We would do well to address the flaws raised by the imposter. And I find it difficult to cast blame on any who thought there might be a smoother path towards doing so.
And yet that path has led to ruin. We have merely exchanged one tyrant for another.
Indeed, but our feelings on the outcome are irrelevant. This council must be absolved of guilt if we are ever to restore order to the Fae.
Okay. How was the king put to sleep?
Alas, we do not know.
Alright,
There
okay.
is no blood, no wound that we can see.
So a big stick.
Not that we were able to investigate the scene fully.
At your request, Onoril. I cannot trust either of you backstabbers nor anyone you might call to serve us. Were those not your words?
Ugh, They were indeed, and the sentiment holds.
I mean,
Regardless, it is unknown even what could harm the king. For it is said that no mortal weapon can kill him.
And
his
many
actions
have tried.
are not doing him any favors. What can you tell me about the king?
The king has ruled over the Fae as long as anyone can recall. He has always been a guiding force, both in our world and our lives.
Some believed he was too much of a guiding force.
More than some. Yet, look at us now. The king sleeps, and our world is spun into chaos.
Indeed, it would seem his life is more entwined with our world than anyone knew.
Imagine what would have happened if he had been killed.
Right. So why can't you wake him up?
Of course! How could we
No.
have been so blind?
I'm not saying
the
do it.
genius of this foreigner who is so much
don't need to be a
more
dick.
clever than all of the Fae together.
Asking why.
Please, Onariel. That question is academic curiosity. The simple answer, stranger, is magic of a kind more powerful than any here have yet seen. We suspect the imposter's conspiracy went even deeper than this council alone.
All the more reason to identify the conspirator among us.
Wizard. Okay. What can you tell me about the imposter?
They are a monster. They care nothing for the welfare of the Fae.
Nor those of us who serve the Fae.
Nor for the law. On this we all agree. The imposter's plan should never have been carried out.
Right. And yet one of you helped him.
So it would seem. If this council is to have any efficacy at all, the traitor must be removed from our midst. This is the law.
Right. And just for shits and giggles, how do you know you can trust me?
Precisely my point. This foreigner may have any number of reasons for accusing any one of us.
Which is why, if and when evidence is produced, we alone will pronounce the final judgment.
And if that evidence has been falsified, tainted, how do I know one of you has not paid this interloper to act on your behalf?
You do not.
Onariel, only you assume that everyone is as unscrupulous as yourself. Not everyone seeks power at any cost.
Very well. I will judge it when I see it. I trust no one,
Fair.
but I trust the two of you less than this foreigner.
Fair. Okay. Well, just so you know, I do really like amulets and rings and cool weapons. Just putting it out there. We're talking about bribery, which we're not, because that would be wrong. I should go.
Very well, stranger. And do tell us if you find anything interesting.
Probably. They're different. This isn't a mirror. Because they're not up there? Yeah, they're not up there in the reflection. Can I do anything with this? No? And, shoot it? Nope. Alright. I'll be back to figure out what the fuck's going on with that. So I go through this door, right? You guys are going to let me in here to look at the room that the king is sleeping in. And put a bullet in him. Oh, alright, good. Can I inspect the body? Please. Plus body. Oh, alright, cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay. Then the next protocol is the mirror. This is, just for the record, this is a side dungeon. This is not main story. This is a side dungeon. Lives with your mum. I don't even know what I was talking about when you would have typed that. Mirror. Oh. 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 Mirror universe. I see. Oh. Ah! Shit! Problem!
I don't like the look of
Ow.
this.
Fuck your armor. I wanted to sit down. Don't know why, but I did. This is also a level 9 zone, so everything is just a little bit tougher. So maybe... How much scrap have I got? A nice little chunk. A nice little nest egg. Let's do a couple of cheeky upgrades. Excuse me, Squiggles.
Oh, what can I do for you?
I'd like to upgrade my equipment. Let's go with this one.
You know where to find
Do
me.
I have another simulacrum? No. Pretty sure I don't have anything new for you either. Because I haven't fought any Fey bosses to pick anything up. I don't think. Oh, I've got that. That's right. Yeah. Okay, this way.
Don't
Hello.
suppose you...
You sell...
Wait,
I
for
did.
real?
I did actually,
Folks
yeah.
around here have been worried sick about her. Well, don't just stand there gawking. Where is she?
She's in a place between worlds called the Labyrinth.
The... What? You sound like you've been drinking too much of Mudtooth's tonic. You know that, right?
I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. That's what happened.
All right, well... Is she coming back?
I'm not sure. I don't think she's decided.
So long as she's all right, I guess. I mean, I barely knew her. But she seemed like she could make her own choices just fine. So now that you found her, does that mean you're here to stay?
Well, about that. I kind of have to save existence by destroying the root on their homeworld. I'm not joking.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe all those words were put into the same sentence, or that I even understood some of it.
What?
Our lives got pretty weird, huh? I guess we were asking for it, looking for fairy tales and all.
Oh, speaking of fairy tales.
I ain't going nowhere then.
You ever heard of a
I'll
jump
be
hole?
here when you need me, or when you're done, whichever comes first. Just make sure you come back, okay?
If you see a jump hawk, shoot it.
Well, look at you, out saving the world.
Can you be a shop already? Thank you. She has materials. I'm going to sell her... Sell her the tar grenades. And I think that's it.
Stop by anytime. You know where to find me.
No, I don't want to. I don't believe we've had a proper conversation. Hello?
Well, hey, get away from my stew! Oh, it's you.
Sorry to wake you.
Oh, nonsense. I'm sure you had a reason. Mi casa et tu, Brute.
That's not...
And all that. So,
My castle, you too, Brutus?
What can old Mudtooth do for you, huh?
Can I ask you some questions? Those questions being, are you a shop?
Questions? Oh, I reckon I've got a few answers.
Yeah? What can you tell me about yourself?
Quite a bit, stranger. The name's Mudtooth. And ain't nobody been around longer or seen more than I have. Except maybe old Ford, of course. But that old mudder cheats. Anyway, He hardly tells any of his stories. Only 3 reasons why folks come to see me. And that's my stories or my stew. Yeah. So, youngin', what'll it be?
What was the third reason?
That so? Huh. Did I tell you about the stories yet?
Yep. And the stew?
That one too, eh? Well, that's it, ain't it? My stories and my stew. Listen, you sure I said there were 3 reasons? 'Cause there's only 2, and that's certain.
Pretty sure.
Huh. Only 2 reasons folks come to see old Mudtooth, and you know both of them. I'm pretty sure your memory's slipping.
Cool. Alright, I don't have any more questions.
Fair enough.
But I would like to see your wares.
I'll warn you. Once you try a bite, you'll want more.
Sure I will. Sure I will. Health regen. Reduced encumbrance. Increased armor. Movement speed. Increased health, stamina, and movement speed. Stamina recovery. Experience gains. That's the good shit. That's the good shit right there. Max stamina, max health. I'm going to buy 1 of these.
So long as you head back then, eh?
Hello.
Hey
You have
there,
stuff too, don't
friend.
you?
Yeah,
What you
might
what you
find
selling?
some-
Any new rings or anything? Not particularly. Alright then.
Now,
Okay.
if you need supplies,
Nope.
old Reggie's you got.
No, thank you. I'm good. Alright. Well then, upgrades it is.
How goes it, friend?
Pretty good. Upgrade my shit. Upgrade this. 2 times. And this also 2 times. Yes. And this 1 time. Two times.
Take care, my friend.
Will do, buckaroo. Take me back to the Darklands. So are they going to be mirror versions of these guys, or are they just in the real world? Or is this like a dream world? Is this the same book? Yep. There was. I'm assuming it's the same book. Oh, it's not. It's different. Wait. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. Rewind. Different ending. But the Jubhawk had returned to his nest. But the Jubhawk had returned to his nest already and disappeared. The Nara called until the clouds rolled in and the sun set. But the Jubhawk showed not a feather. She returned to her burrow with the scant nuts the Jubhawk had given her. Those nuts were gone within a week, but in that time, the Nara had formulated a plan. There were no more nuts to gather, but there was food for those desperate enough to find it. The Nara returned to the Jubhawk's nest and waited until night fell, and the Jubhawk took flight. Then the Nara slithered up to the nest. Although she hated climbing, she hated the Jubhawk even more, and she snatched the Jubhawk's eggs one by one and tucked them away in her burrow. Then, finally, did the Nara have enough food for the winter? Moral: trust cannot be eaten. The untrustworthy can. That is a far better ending. I like that. Okay. So it's the same place, except this door's closed now. There's not really anything I can do about that, I guess. Cha! Oh, okay. Oh, alright. We'll go this way then. So this big old castle that we've already been through is different here. Through the mirror. Maybe I can get into the king's chamber now. What is this? Oh, the Feast in the Forest King. I'm guessing it's different ending as well. Okay. Then the king pointed at the Jubhawk. But you betrayed your friend for a boon. You are more treacherous and selfish than any of my subjects, and so your neck shall receive a bow. And he ordered him arrested. But the Droper said, That's not right. And as the king's guards moved to arrest the Jubhawk, the Droper rose from his chair and knocked them down with his great claws. Then he picked up a fallen tree and crushed the king beneath it. There, he said. Bows and boons for none. The other animals cheered, though whether out of fear or joy none could say, and the Jubhawk hailed the Droper as their new king. And so it was, and the Droper was, and still is, happy to this day. Moral: posture for no one. Boons and bows be damned. Interesting ending. But that one let the Jubhawk live. I don't know if I'm excited by it. What's this one? This is not a book that was in the other place. It also has a lot of pages. Of them reading a lot of pages. That's a lot of pages. Okay. Oh. There's shit behind me looking at me. What? Shush. Be quiet. I shouldn't have reloaded. I should have just shot him. You gotta shoot him in the junk. That's their weak spot. The junk. So... Nope, okay. No one else coming in to cause a ruckus? Okay. Tell you what, for my own protection, put this just here. I can wait. Okay. So this is the One True King's journal, apparently. Ooh, bit of a yawn. Gloaming thoughts on of the One True King. These are the words and thoughts, and I'm going to read it in just a normal voice. It's already very kingly. These are the words and thoughts of the One True King. ruler and protector of this world and all the Fae, as transcribed by Laywise the Scribe. I put these thoughts to pen, so that if something should befall me, the Fae might still have some chance at survival, if they would but heed my wisdom. I will say it plain. The Fae are not fit to rule. I do not speak from hubris or contempt. It is a simple fact. If the Fae were to rule the Fae, chaos and destruction would inevitably follow. They are a volatile decoction, most suited for entropy and act best when guided towards some predefined purpose. As their eternal protector and the guardian of this world, it is my life's duty to provide the world safe harbor from both external threats and from the Fae themselves. It is my duty to protect the Fae from their own worst proclivities. I record these thoughts, then, as a history of the Fae for the Fae's own sake. For no being exists who knows them and loves them as well as I. The birth of the Fae. I did not create the Fae. On this point I must be clear, for my words may be easily misconstrued. I have watched over this world since the first mote of it existed, but I am as much a product of its creation as the Fae and everything else. The Fae came later, birthed of a storm and vigorous from the start. Powerful winds leveled rock and tree that night. Lightning struck fields and turned them to ash. When the storm passed, it left both life and destruction in its wake. I thought the Fae animals at first. Predators, perhaps, for they hunted and killed with no small skill. Yet, as I watched, I realized they hunted more for sport than need. They would often pounce on a kill, eviscerate it, and then leave the corpse to chase the next one. It was the chase they hunted more than the prey. I do not know nor understand what sort of entity would create such beings. I cannot fathom the thinking of a creature so powerful that worlds to them are like songs, created, performed, then cast aside to make room for the next. What I did understand was that if I did nothing, the Fae would destroy every living thing and themselves until I alone remained, guarding an empty sphere. If indeed even I survived their predations. So I interceded. From me they learned to stand, to speak, to dream. But try as I might, I could not shift their nature. Thus I too learned from them. I learned what it means to rule the unruly. I learned that evil can only be subjugated through cruelty, and that the wild cannot be tamed if they do not wish it. His handwriting every now and then, I'm like, what? I, now, am subjugated to them as much as they are to me. Or were I to leave them for but a moment, the devastating storm that birthed them would surely in some form return. I fear that my words will be construed as petty condemnation, but I assure you, there is nothing petty about the Fae. Read on, gain wisdom. The craft of responsibility. I establish roles for the Fae, responsibilities, rewarding them for good performance and punishing them for a lack. This is how they will learn, I thought, through structure and duty. Once they see their work has value, they will be all the more devoted to it. For some, this was indeed the case. My counselor, Nimue, for example, took to her role splendidly. Nimue? I say Nimue. My counselor Nimue, for example, took to her role splendidly, as did certain members of the council. But these proved to be exceptions. I made one an architect. For centuries, she crafted the most glorious structures for her people, gilded pillars and marbled halls. Yet she also crafted devious traps and tombs to ensnare and murder the unwary. I could not stop her. She glorified on it, and though all she created was truly beautiful, so much of it was deadly as well. Or my chef. I first encountered him slaughtering livestock and decorating the trees with their entrails. The kill was not enough for him. He needed the sights, the smells, the tastes. I thought perhaps he might take to the artistry of cuisine, and indeed he did. But if I am not careful, if even once I accept a plate from his kitchen without asking its origins, I will find myself feasting on intelligent flesh, perhaps even that of his fellow Fae. I know, for it has happened many times. You may think these examples anecdotal, unrepresentative of the whole. Surely you, dear reader, can repress your foulest impulses. I assure you, the opposite is true, for I have story after story of my beloved Fae children who inherit their predictions. I assure you, the opposite is true. For I have story after story of my beloved Fey children who inherit their predilections only to stay out of trouble, only so long as they believe I am watching. Even good Leywise, even good Leywise here does turn, his craft to diabolical contracts, tricks, and even murder when he thinks I am not looking. Yes, he laughs even as he writes this, for he knows the truth. The Fae are good people, or can be, but not without one to watch over them and care for them. This has been proven to me many times over the centuries and centuries, and never more than with the closest to me, as I will tell you now. Dreams and nightmares. All of the Fae are violent, chaotic creatures, and I have contained each one within spheres in which they are useful. And to the most powerful were given the most critical burdens, to make the best use of their abilities, but even more so that I could watch them more closely. For even among the Fae, a dangerous and tumultuous people to begin with, there are those that pose a threat as great as the storm that birthed them. There is the goddess of dreams, the so-called Night Weaver. Hers is a necessary task, for the volatility of the Fae permeates their very dreamscapes. Hers is a necessary task, for the volatility of the Fae permeates their very dreamscape. Oh, fuck. Hers is a necessary task, for the volatility of the Fae permeates their very dreamscapes, threatening to leak into the waking world. The Night Weaver is adept at her work, guiding the Fae through pleasure and passion and sorrow. But I can see her true desires as clearly as my own. Her penchant toward fear, her taste for the darkness. Her I must watch over constantly, lest the Fae suffer night and day, lest she find joy in their terror. And there are others. The council member who would murder the other two if she thought she could get away with it. The mixed child and his mother. One safely subjugated, one who I fear never will be. The advisor who plots against me, even now, even knowing such plots are in vain. Given half a chance, any of these would grind their brethren under their heel. These of all the Fae must remain closest to me at all times. Okay, so just a brief aside. The council member who would murder the other two if she thought she could get away with it. So that makes me think that the culprit that murdered the king is one of the females on the council. The mixed child and his mother, one safely subjugated, one I fear never will be. I don't know what that is. The advisor who plots against me even now, even knowing such plots are in vain. That's not referencing the council member, right? Or is it? I don't know. What must become of the Fae? There are those who accuse me of tyranny, of cruelty and oppression. They are not wrong, for without an iron fist, the Fae will destroy themselves and all around them. Left to their own devices, they would consume everything, leaving a dying husk of a suffering world collapsing in on itself. They delude themselves, as if I don't know what they're plotting or what they speak about behind closed doors. My closest confidant thinks I know nothing of his intentions to destroy me and take my place, but that is why he is closest to me, so that I know his intent best of all. That's going to be the imposter. By my own laws, and bolstered by the power of this world, I cannot be killed. Not by them, not by any means they have available to them. Yet I fear this one in particular will find a way. All of the Fae are obdurate, savage. But my dear counselor is infinitely clever as well. If a way can be found, he will find it. And if I am destroyed, this world will not survive his rule. That is why my words must be recorded and these secrets known. There are those among the Fae capable of wisdom to see within themselves and the strength to change what they find. It will require a tight rein and a selfless resolve, but it can be done. I pray to whatever being created us that I am not wrong in this. For if the Fae are incapable of change, then we are, all of us, truly doomed. Right. Right. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot. Okay. That was a lot. Is this the main room? You're a thing.
This isn't looking good.
This is the main room, right? And the King's Chamber's up there. You know what? With all of this reading, I can hear my voice and feel my throat getting a bit croaky. And it is almost 3 o'clock in the morning here. So we've been live for a while. I think I'm going to call it. I do really want to continue, but we learnt a lot. Ooh, concoctions. Concoctions are a special type of consumable that gives characters a long-term buff. Only one concoction buff may be active at a time. Consuming another concoction while the concoction buff is active will replace the previous buff with the new buff. And I think I bit my tongue at some point. It's got a lump on it. Got a lump on my tongue. Whew, I don't have any trade points or anything. I have barely any scrap. But I am gonna call things. I'm gonna call things there. Step over this way a little bit. Maybe this way a little bit. Face this way? How's that? How's that for a shot? Yeah, that's good. Okay. Yeah. But yes, we've done a lot. We did a lot today. We finished Narude, which is nice. We did the Labyrinth, which is good. I'm talking about all the VODs that were done in this session, obviously. If they're VODs on YouTube that you're watching, then you're going to see these in chunks, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I hope that everyone has had a good day, and I hope you have a better tomorrow. And if you're watching this VOD at a later date, whether it be a week from now, a year, 10 years, or long after I'm gone, you're awesome too. And I'm sure you'll hear from me again. Thank you to everybody that did drop by today. Thank you to, and I know I could say Chloe, but I'm going to say your name properly in case anybody is looking in the future. Thank you to Green Ninja _998 for the attempted raid, which we forgot that we had raids turned off. And thank you to everybody that did drop by today and said hello, or was here for a chat, or talked about all the different things we spoke about, Baldur's Gate 3, etc. Yeah. It's been a good day. It's been a pleasant day, and we will continue our adventures in the Fey realm in hopefully the near future. I will talk to you again soon. See ya.